everyone, I'm Bethany Grafterow. I'm the Executive Director here at the Museum of Old Newbury, and we're very sorry to not be there in person tonight to be with Eric and congratulate him on his incredible work here. We love when original material stays in houses, but a close second, obviously, for us is when original material can be turned into something beautiful if it's being discarded. So I'm interested, we've obviously worked together, we've been friends for a long time. Would you like to tell us a little bit about this, how this project came about?
Sure. There's a really old home in Newburyport that was built in 1850, and there were some renovations going on, and all of these really old chippy paint boards are being thrown in a dumpster. So of course I got permission to dive into the dumpster and salvage some of these boards, and I made this collection of whales that's at the blockhouse. And there's 44 pieces, they're all numbered, and I have a stamp on the back with my logo, but also the federal collection is what I'm calling this. And after I got these boards and started making the whales, then I wanted to learn more about the property. So I turned to the Museum of Old Newbury, and we went into newspapers and started doing research. Ashley did most of the research and found some interesting things.
We did. My favorite find was the price of the lot the house was on when it sold in 1849, which was $813. You can't get property in Newburyport for that price anymore.
Yeah.
And then the property sold to Ebenezer Stegman, who was a bookseller and a bookbinder, and he hung on to it for a few years, but then it ended up going to the Checkaway family in 1929, I believe. And that's where things got juicy.
Checkaways are legends
Yeah.
in the report.
Yeah. Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the Checkaways.
So Ben Checkaway bought the house with his wife Rebecca. He's a true rags to riches story in Newburyport. He comes here in the early part of the 20th century. He's Jewish, he's Polish, he's fresh out of the water, and he starts out as a junk dealer. And he literally works his way up, and then he has a big junkyard, which just so happened to be on the grounds of what is now the Custom House today. The Custom House was still there.
And inside the Custom House.
And inside the Custom House, yep, big junkyard. And he got into real estate, and he ended up buying 90 Federal Street, where I believe his family were the longest owners to date of 90 Federal. Ben Checkaway got in a lot of trouble for a lot of things. He initially tried to hire someone for $100 in 1933 to burn down the house. When this young man from Milford, New Hampshire said, "No, I will not burn down your house for you, even if you pay me $100, Ben Checkaway decided to try and burn down the house himself. Still didn't work. He ended up going to jail for that.
And interestingly, you can see on this piece some of the smoke damage from what was probably that fire.
Yeah.
And many of the pieces I made have that black soot on it.
Yeah, Ben Checkaway is frequently in the news for not the best stuff.
So how did your learning what you learned about the house, how did that inform your process with these pieces? Or how did that change your perspective on them?
Yeah, whenever you find an old board, you don't really know the story, and it's just a board, and you try and make some art, and it's kind of cool. But then knowing that lineage of the property and who was living there and these colorful lives, and I understand Bossy Gillis, could you say notorious politician?
You absolutely could, yeah.
Was involved with these checkaways and not great ways as well. So a lot of history of, these guys painting this, most likely.
Yeah, Gillis brought a pretty big lawsuit against the Checkaways when they were living at 90 Federal. There was a 9-year effort to get them to clean up the junk in their yard, both at 90 Federal and down at the Custom House. And Gillis didn't like that very much.
Wow.
And it was a super fun process. I really enjoyed the research, working with wonderful people, and combining history and art, and now a big party for everyone here.
I love it. I'm so sorry that we're not going to be able to be there with you tonight, but hi to everyone at Blockhouse. I just want to say, I think this is one of the many ways that we can help to provide depth and context to people's lives. This is a unique partnership, but this is the kind of research that we can do around floorboards that are still in your house that didn't end up in the dumpster. So I think that's what we do best really at the museum, and especially in our archival collection, is to help people find their special place, the story behind their special place in the world. So Thank you so much, Eric, for supporting us and for
Yes.
being a partner, and thank you for letting us have a very small part in your wonderful project.
And if anyone has a really old house, before you throw any boards in a dumpster, call me.
Please don't throw any boards in the dumpster.
Right. No
But if you
dumpster.
do, call him. And how can they contact you if they?
Plum Island Drift, Facebook, Instagram, and the website.
Right, and Museum of Old Newbury,
Exactly.
newburyhistory.org. Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you so much, Ashley.